So, we'll be getting a Dami Mami anime in winter 2024, based on a very delicious manga that I am also surprised that we're getting an adaptation for. The English localization title is called Chain Soldier, but for my cultured gentlemen out there that know the real title, it's called Slave of the Magic Capital Elite Troops. So before we talk about the name change, when I first heard about this and I realized it was from the creator of Akame ga Kill, but what I didn't know is that it was going to be super ecchi. We got ourselves a delicious ecchi battle series. And if you were to gloss over the manga, you would realize why it's so popular. From some of the very crispy action scenes, really engaging world building, phenomenal characters, and just probably some of the best fan service I have ever seen. It's almost like these panels were crafted by God. And I'm so serious, they are so great to look at. The only other manga that could come close to how spicy this is would be Ayakashi Triangle. And trust and believe, we're gonna talk about that next. It's very exciting and kind of surprising that this is getting an anime. If the studio can match the love that's put into the manga, I could really see us having another High School DxD on our hands. Or something really close. So just in case if anybody is surprised by this, yes, the original title has the word slave in it. And yes, over here in the West, we do have a slight issue with that word. I myself as a black man didn't really trip when I saw the title of it when I initially found this manga. It comes with a purpose. The female main character of the story, which is Kyoka, her ability is literally called slave. She has the ability to enslave mindless monsters. And it ties in very well with the story, but we'll get into that. I'm not too upset about the name change. I mean, Chain Soldier isn't the worst title. It's what I saw it was called when I went to my bookstore, and I still knew what it was even with the name change. I'd rather say it's just because the original title was a mouthful. But I digress. Let's get into the story real quick just in case if nobody knows anything about this. So we have our main character's name is Yuki, and he's been wondering where his sister has ran off to for the past 5 years. I think there's this mysterious place called Mato where huge demons walk around and they're called the Shuki. And if I'm remembering correctly, there was this fruit that only women can eat, and when they eat this fruit, it gives all of them unique power. It's like a My Hero Academia, but just for women. And in the Mato world, there's no men, but that's where our guy Yuki comes into play. I don't remember how he stumbles his way into the world of Mato, but then that's when we meet the female main character, Kyoka. We're gonna go ahead and call it what it is. She's the Dami Mami. She is the no-nonsense chief of the 7th unit of the Anti-Demon Corps. Baby girl don't play no games. If you love your women dominating, let me introduce you to Kyoka. I'm a little fuzzy on some of the small details. I have not read chapter 1 of this manga since like 3 years ago. I'm debating whether or not I catch up on it before the anime. But all in all, without spoiling too much, Yuki is able to become one of these crazy monsters called the Shuki. And you guessed it, Kyoka's ability Slave enslaves Yuki. But that's not even the best part. Yes, the story might sound enticing to some, or it might sound cliche to others. It just depends on how you value your stories. But for me, and probably a lot of people, our favorite thing about this manga is whenever somebody uses the slave ability, once the dust is settled, the Shuki are deserved an award, and it's mandatory. So if you can put 2 and 2 together, what could possibly happen in this anime, that is Chain Soldier in a nutshell. You guys gotta give this a try. I cannot wait for this to be the hot topic. This manga has by far the hottest fan service scenes I have seen in quite a while. And even besides that, the action is fantastic, but it's all depending on the studio. I have not seen who the studio is yet. I have not looked at the trailer. I'm gonna be watching it right now with you guys. I just can't wait to see these great character designs in action. And I also cannot wait to see Best Girl Tenka. I can already foresee the millions of TikToks and memes and YouTube videos about this one character Now we get to see her live in living color. She will be everybody's favorite, and rightfully so. Before I dig too deep in anything else, I want to check out the trailer real quick. I want to see what I'm in store for. Let's see what we got. Ooh, look at Yuki! Okay. All right. They stayed true to the character design, so it looks good so far. I'm not mad. Backgrounds look good. Okay. CG a little wonky. It's a little wonky. Kyoka. Okay. Let's go. Can we get a round of applause for how great she looks, even compared to her manga counterpart, because she's always gorgeous. But I have to say, I cannot wait for this. She looks great. Do you hear the bravado? Okay, be my slave. Oh, what the hell? Let's get it. I have not seen this in so long. And see, yeah, this is when he becomes his very own Shuki. He turns into a Pokemon. Okay. Oh, man. I gotta say, the only setback that we have, the only setback so far is that the CG is a little... maybe they should have called up Production IG. You know, they done got a little crispier when it came to CG work. I'm not gonna knock it too hard. I've heard that this has gotten pushed back for quite some time. I think this initial trailer came out a year ago. So maybe they cleaned up some stuff. I'm seeing some of my girls. I'm drawing blank on some of their names. The music is nice. Woo! Woo! Okay! They didn't give me a lot. See, yeah, this is old as fuck. It still say 2023. Yo, Tenka, let's go! Yo, talk about it. Look at her! Bro, I promise you, when I was reading the manga, I swore her hair was green. They made her blonde? So I had to do my Googles real quick. And the studio behind this is 7 Arcs. And while they have done some of my guilty pleasures, like Sekirei and Trinity 7, there's actually a lot that they've done that I have not seen. So it's kind of hard for me to really judge their work when I've only seen 2 of their shows. But the 2 that I have seen, I enjoyed it quite a bit. And we didn't really get to see any of the spicy scenes, so I don't know how great they're going to do it. But they have a lot to live up to. The artwork in the manga is just too goated for them to fumble the bag. If I had to choose a studio that I wish got a hold of this, it's Passion. I'm talking about the studio behind the great Interspecies Reviewers and the most recent Slave Harem in the Other World. So I ain't knocking them just yet. But 7 Arcs, I'm watching for the god tier scenes that I want to see movement to. But if you guys want to get yourselves prepared, I'm not finna stop you from reading the manga. I suggest it. But outside of the spice, I can't wait to see some of these characters. Obviously, Tenka is probably my most favorite I'm excited for. I can't wait for the world to adore her because she will be one of your favorite characters, not only because she's beautiful, she's actually just a great character altogether. But I ain't trying to give away too much. I'd rather you experience her for yourselves. But we got a lot of great girls that we're incoming for. There's gonna be a lot of talks on who's everybody's favorites. We have, of course, Kyoka, Tenka, Mira, Yakumo, Fubuki, Homer there, and motherfucking Rin. So we're gonna have Kyoka and Rin battling out for the Damimami of the season. But, I don't know if we're going to get to Rin this season. It ain't a spoiler, I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen her on the internet somewhere. But I would be surprised if they at least sneak her in somewhere in episode 12. But man, all I could think about is I just hope that they do not hold back when it comes to those reward scenes. They are the cream of the crop. And I know this is gonna be heavily censored. I already know. It looks like the kind of anime that might not even get an uncensored version. We all can't be blessed like Slave Harem, which I still haven't watched yet. I know, it's blasphemy. It's just too much anime to watch sometimes. Like I said before, It has great world building, just like High School DxD, because minus all the booba, it's actually a cool story. You're gonna fall in love with Yuki. He's actually a very great protagonist. He's not one of those spineless ass, bitch ass niggas that we normally get. He actually has a great personality, and he's not a wooded self-insert. He has his own hopes and dreams that, yeah, maybe they might not in line with your kinks, but he's just overall just a great dude. Kyoka is a great female character, and even though, yeah, she's stuck in an ecchi manga, sometimes it's really cool to see women in power. It's really cool to see that you don't always have to have some damsel in distress. You don't need to always see this wallflower, special snowflake all the time. Sometimes it's dope to see a woman put up her bootstraps and she get in the mud with you, and that's Kyoka in a nutshell. I'd say that that's all the women in Mato. This wasn't the best recommendation I can give because I usually try to keep spoiler free, but I hope I gave you guys something to get excited for. We still have a couple more seasons to go before this comes out, but just know I am insanely excited for this. But you know, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, hit me with a subscribe, hit me with a like. Tell me if you're also looking forward to this. Tell me if you're not. Tell me if you're just sick and tired of fan service. I don't care, just talk to me. But seriously, y'all already know what the deal is. It's your boy Kamari. Take it easy.